If you're a black person and you heard a white guy called you a stupid, as black man, you need to ask yourself, or you gotta ask yourself, what's the reason why that white man called you a stupid? You just gotta ask yourself, what's the reason why though? Because we black people, example, an African black person from America and an African American or black American, some of them calls themselves like that. That's crazy. They don't really relate though. They don't really relate. Not about Africa, but them here in America. They don't really relate. Africans, Americans, they don't really relate with African. I don't mean they don't really relate, but what do I mean? Like African Americans, bro, they treat badly their African brothers bad and they think that they aren't African or they don't relate with them anything, bro. That's up to them. But listen to me. Anything, bro. So if the white guys or white men says that, they call you stupid. And they don't really respect you here in America. As it must be. They don't really respect you. And black people, y'all don't need their respect. You don't need their respect, but they don't respect you here in America. Those are the other reasons why. Hmm. This is fine, yeah. So if a white guy called you stupid, you don't need to mind though. You need to ask yourself, like, why? Why do they call me stupid? But seriously, you're not stupid, but you are stupid for some reason. Because you just don't like your brothers first. You think that you aren't one of them. You're talking bad about them. You don't even like them. Not all about some of them. I mean, some of African Americans or Black Americans, or some of them will call themselves that. It's not really like their brothers from Africa, but or anywhere, maybe around the globe. So, if the white guy says that, then as the reason why it's like that, beyond the scene, like beyond, them there are the reason. But even though them there are the reason of all of that, but you can use your sense though. You can use your sense. So if the white guy says that, he laughs. They laugh. They laugh at you because you are just and a stupid black. You don't use your sense, like you don't think like this is my brother. I cannot talk bad or anything bad about him. I cannot like I cannot pull them down, bro. I cannot disrespect them. Like they are my brothers though. I cannot disrespect them because we got same color. We look like because black is one and one skin. There's no two black. I don't mean mix. No, I mean black. Black and one. But if y'all don't respect your own self, black to black, who's gonna respect you? That's why they laugh at you. That's why they love at you. That's why they love at us. That's why they love at you. Dark skin in America. Not all of them. Don't get me wrong. But most, not all of them. They think that they aren't African and they don't really. No, if you black, you're not African. Africa isn't the continent. Africa is dark skin. Africa's in Afro hair. That's why you look like an African because of that skin, but not continent. So if you start loving and welcome your brothers, be good with your brothers around all the globe who are black, and brothers from Africa here or online, whatever you're gonna meet, yeah. As long as you guys gonna start respecting others or your own, that's when others will wake like will shake and start respecting you as black people. Even though we don't need their respect, we don't need anybody else to respect us, but that's another reason why they don't really respect y'all, because y'all are just stupid. You treat like as a black person like it's not your own blood, like it's somebody else. But them, they don't treat their own self like that. But because black people are just stupid, especially here in America, US, they are just stupid. That's why I said that if the white guy sees that, they laugh at you. But if you start respecting your own brothers, your own blood, your own color, bro, they respect you because you love yourselves and yours. You guys, black to black, come together. I know you are together because you got dark skin, but it's not enough, bro. It's not enough, like to come together. Start hating on each other. Start hate, bro. Stop hating to each other because you are just one color, one people, bro. They don't really love y'all. Even though you think that you aren't an African, bro. Even though what you're gonna say, they don't really care. They're just gonna treat you bad because that's how they are bad behaviors. Racist, they don't really care. They don't like. So if you think that nah, I'm not African, I'm just a black American, some of them call themselves that who are too stupid. But you cannot be a black American, bro. You cannot be black American. You must be white frozen turn into black American. But there is African and American because that's your roots. African roots, American. If you remove that American second one, what will belong or what will left is Africa. So you're an African. So stop being proud. Like you need to wake up, bro, because that's crazy. You need to wake up because we cannot change anything. Africa, that's where Africa is where y'all came from, and Africa is the roots of everything. Yeah, that's your talk. You did, you know. So white guy doesn't respect black because all they stupid. They don't respect other black people unless they don't treat other black people very well as it must be. Because they think they're different, but they aren't different. Even though if they do that to their own blood, like same color brothers, white, they don't really care about that. All they do is just to love as themselves. I mean, to love as them black. But if you wake up and understand that, they respect. And that's what calls a real brother, yeah, something like that. Brother, you can just say what that's real unity between black and white respect. But if not, you're gonna die with your own slavery mindset and the stupidity. Dumb, like that's dumb. I'm not calling anybody like bad names, right? Like stupid. That's what I'm saying. If you're stupid because you don't already know something, but don't get me wrong. If I say dumb, I'll be dumb. If I say stupid, don't get me wrong. That's it. But I mean, you just gotta miss something. Wake up.